Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking about how I grow my hair to waist length. I'm going to be giving some tips and sharing some of the mistakes I made early on. So if you've been struggling to grow your hair or you have that goal to reach waist length, then stick around. Without beating around the bush, this was my hair in January of 2021. That was 4 months after I did my big chop, and this is where my hair is currently at. I've been able to grow my hair to waist length. So if you've been struggling to grow your hair or you have the goal to grow your hair past your shoulders, then you better watch this video to the end because I will be sharing the best tips, some of the mistakes I've made, and I'll be sharing my hair care routine. Now, just a quick backstory. I did my big chop in October of 2020, but before then, my hair was relaxed. My hair had been relaxed for like 8+ years. So, like, it was a very, very big step for me to decide to cut my hair. But the reason why I had to cut my hair was because I was dealing with a lot of breakage, a lot of split ends, and my hair was very, very dried and looked so unhealthy. And it was like no matter what I tried to do for my hair, nothing was working. My hair had been stuck at like one particular length. I remember like it was at like my armpit length, and for years it did not grow past my armpit length. And just like some of you think your hair can't grow, that was how I felt. Like I felt like what's wrong with me, like my hair is not growing. Every time I try to comb my hair, like my hair is falling, like it's breaking off. Like it was very, very annoying. And so I had to make the decision to cut my hair and go natural. And I actually wanted to be like very, very serious with my hair journey because I've always loved long hair. I've always wanted to have very long hair. I've always admired people who had very long hair, and I wanted that for myself. But since that was like the first time I was going natural, I did not know what to do. So it was like for the first year of being natural, I was kind of stuck. I didn't have a routine. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just there. I was still dealing with that breakage that I cut my hair for. I was still dealing with it. So I started doing some research. I started going on YouTube more. Thank God for YouTube. I was on YouTube all the time, watching people with long hair do their hair, talk about their hair, talk about like things they do for their hair. And yeah, I started doing some of those things on my hair and I started seeing some improvements, but I was still dealing with like a few issues. So I continued to like modify my routine. I continued to learn more about my hair. And yeah, I've been able to grow my hair and help other people grow their hair too. So I learned a lot from YouTube. I learned a lot from doing my research, and these things have helped me to grow my hair, and that is what I'm going to be sharing here for you guys. So take everything I say, try it out, modify it if you have to, but just try it out and it will work for you. So one of the things I had to do at the beginning of my hair growth journey, remember my natural hair journey was not the beginning of my hair growth journey. As I wasted 1 year like clueless and looking like what am I doing, right? So yeah, so one of the things I had to do at the beginning of my hair growth journey was to formulate my own hair care routine. Now let's use this as an example. You have the goal to make $1 million by the end of next week. You're not just going to wake up and find $1 million under your pillow or under your bed or inside your wardrobe. You have to create a plan that you will follow to get that 1 million. Okay, what am I going to do? What will I do to achieve this amount in this period of time, right? That's the exact same thing when it comes to your hair. The goal is, let's say you want waist length, that is your goal. You need a plan. That plan is going to be your routine. What am I going to do to achieve this length in this period of time? That is where your hair care routine comes in. You have to have your hair care routine so that you can be able to achieve your goal. Now, what should your hair care routine look like. Your hair care routine should contain things like your moisturizing routine, your wash day routine, your trimming routine, your treatment routine. How many times am I going to shampoo my hair in a week? Write it down. Your hair care routine. How many times am I going to deep condition my hair? How many times am I going to do a protein treatment? How many times am I going to trim my hair? All those things comprise of your wash day routine. I've already done an extensive video of what your hair care routine should be like. So please check it out right after watching this video. The second thing I started doing that helped me see so much progress and so much results was low maintenance styles. I started putting my hair in low maintenance styles, or popularly known as protective styles. My hair is currently in a protective style right now. So styles like your mini braids, mini twist, or convos, any of those are low maintenance styles. And what these styles, they don't grow your hair, but they help you to retain length. They help you to keep the hair you already have. That's to avoid breakage, to avoid split ends, and all those things. So they help you to retain length. I keep my protective style in from anywhere between 1 month to 2 months. I do not take it past 2 months. I see a lot of people doing 3 months, 5 months, 7 months. Good for you guys. I hail you guys at the back, but that can never be me. No shades, but it can never be me. So anywhere from 1 month to 2 months is advisable, but you still want to like test the waters. Maybe if your hair can go further, 3 months, 4 months, you can try. But I wouldn't really advise it, because for me and my hair, it gets to the point where my hair gets so matted that no matter how much gently I try to detangle it when I'm taking it down, I still experience breakage. So I know that 2 months is the max I can keep any protective style in. So the third thing I added to my routine that gave me so much result and so much progress was incorporating Ayurvedic herbs into my routine. So I use herbs like amla, fenugreek, rosemary, horsetail, cloves, and some others. So these herbs help to promote hair growth, and they help to strengthen your hair. And there are so many ways you can like bring these herbs into your hair care routine. You can use them as leave-in sprays, as tea rinses, as oils, as butters, as mask, as serums. Like the list is endless. So I just found a way to like put them into my routine. Like once a month, I do a mask treatment. Once a week, at least, I try to like use the living spray. I use my Ayurvedic oils like 2 times a week. So I just add it to my routine any way I can, and I've seen so much progress from doing it and from using it in my routine. So if you're not into Ayurveda, you can do some research. I won't force you. I won't say you must go and do this thing or you must go and try this. No, do your research first. Make sure that it's a good fit for you and try it out. So the fourth thing I added to my routine was scalp oiling and massaging. Now, if you're one of those people that have an issue with oils, just shift to the back. Move to the back, because we don't need that type of negativity here. Oils are like super, super amazing for your hair and for your scalp. I don't care what anybody says. Now, I know that there are people who do not like using oils for so many reasons, but um, I'm not one of them. I love using oils on my hair, and my scalp and my hair thank me every time for it. So oils are like one of the ways you can incorporate Ayurveda into your hair. You can use it to make your hair growth oils. I don't buy hair growth oils from anywhere. I make it in the comfort of my home, literally. I try to oil my scalp at least once a week. I wouldn't say 2 or 3 times, because there's sometimes where you get so busy that you have little to no time for your hair. It's life, honestly. Even myself, there's sometimes where I ignore my hair or don't have enough time for my hair. So at least once a week, I try to oil and massage my scalp. This practice helps to improve blood circulation, which can help to stimulate hair growth over time. It can also increase your hair growth rate. So if your hair usually grows at, let's say, 0.5, half an inch every month, doing this scalp massaging and scalp oiling can increase it to maybe 0.6 or 0.7. It's not going to be so exaggerated, like the change is not going to be so exaggerated, but over time those extra inches will add up. So yeah, it can help you increase your hair growth rate, and it has helped me a lot. Lastly will be my detox routine and my wash day routine. So I like to cleanse my hair, deep clean my hair once every 3 months using the bentonite clay and the apple cider vinegar. In the last hair growth challenge I did, the people that were present, you remember that the first thing we did was to cleanse our hair. So this removes toxins from your hair. Like, it just gives your hair a fresh start, like a new start. So like whatever you want to do on your hair, whatever you want to start using on your hair can work better. So I have a video where I explained my wash day routine in details. I will put it down in the description box so you can check it out right after this video. Next, let's go over the mistakes I avoided, the mistakes I used to make. But one would be trimming my hair too often. Now, when I started my natural hair journey, as I said, YouTube was my best friend. I was here all the time looking for like advice, tips, tricks, all those things. And the advice that was really rampant at that time was to trim your hair once every 3 months. And that's what I used to do. No matter what amount my hair grew, I made sure I trimmed my hair once every 3 months. And in that 1 year of being natural, I was not seeing much growth at all. And now I understand that it's because I was basically cutting off the hair that managed to grow. Let's look at this logically. The average human hair grows at a rate of 0.5 inches every month. That's half an inch a month. So that means in 3 months, you're going to have, let's say, by some miracle, you are able to retain all that length. That means you have 1.5 inches in 3 months. You decide to trim off 1 inch in that 3 months. Next 3 months, you trim off another 1 inch. That means in 6 months, half a year, you can only boast about 1 inch of hair growth. Okay, let me give another one. Let's say that one was like too bad, or I'm being too brutal about it. So yeah, your hair grows at 0.5. Please note, it's not even everybody's hair that grows at that rate though. So people have slow hair growth. That means their hair grows at maybe 0.2 or 0.3 per month. So, but let's just use that 0.5 sha. So half an inch. In 3 months, you have 1.5 inches, and then they tell you to cut your hair or to trim your hair, and you trim off half an inch. The next 3 months, you trim off another half an inch. That means in 6 months, you have only 2 inches to boast of. That means in a year, you're going to have 4 inches. That's if you are able to retain the length. First example, trimming off 1 inch in 3 months. In 6 months, you have only 1 inch to boast of. That means in a year, you have only 2 inches. While in the second example, trimming off half an inch every 3 months, in the whole 6 months, you have only 2 inches to boast of. And in one whole year, you have only 4 inches to boast of. Really? So, back to my hair journey. I used to trim my hair every 3 months. And as you can imagine, after a year, my hair was still short and it was breaking off. It was breaking off. It was still short. And it was like it did not even grow. It was just there. And so I had to change that. I stopped trimming my hair every 3 months. Instead, started trimming my hair twice a year. That means instead of 4 times a year, I reduced it to 2 times a year. And as you can see, my hair has grown so much and with little damage. So what I do is every time I manipulate my hair, I watch out for single strand knots or split ends. Whenever I find one, I trim that part off. So one of the downsides of this is that your hair is going to be uneven, which is fine by me. I do not have that same length syndrome. Whenever I see those problem areas, like whenever I see a single strand knot or a split end, I trim it off. I do not wait. I do not wait for 3 months. I trim it off immediately I see it. So another mistake I used to make was overwashing and over manipulating my hair. At the beginning of my natural hair journey, I used to wash my hair once a week, which was fine because the hair was short and it wasn't really problematic. But I can't imagine doing that now because my hair is longer and it is fuller and it is difficult, so to say, to manipulate. It is very, very hard. I will end up cutting my hair and causing more breakage and more issues for myself. So that's one of the things I had to stop doing. I also had to reduce the amount of times my hands touched my hair. So yeah, that's one of the mistakes I had to avoid in order to grow my hair. So these are some of the tips that have helped me to grow my hair and to retain length. It is possible for anybody to grow your hair. I was once clueless. I once did not know what to do. I once was dealing with so much hair issues that I had to cut my hair. I think one day I should just sit down and explain to you guys how much I used to love relaxed hair. So for me to have cut my hair, it was nah, like it was no, it wasn't easy, but it's all well and good. So don't be discouraged if you're trying to grow your hair or you've been trying to and it seems like it's just trying to frustrate you. Do not give up. Try these tips that I've given you and I assure you they will work for you. All you have to do is to be patient and to be consistent. So I would like you guys to comment some of your biggest hair struggles. What have you been dealing with? What seems so difficult to get through? Just comment on it and I'm going to reply to everybody. Bye guys.